In late 2024, the personal data of over 60 million students got stolen. We're talking social security number, we're talking some medical records, we're talking some home addresses, very sensitive data. And the scary part is they didn't use an elaborate code to break in. They simply logged in. I'm Nelia, information security engineer, and I'm going to break down how the PowerSchool breach happened and how it was a failure on the basics. If you're starting to get into cybersecurity, you have to watch this because it's going to showcase to you the basics and how you can help an organization be better at the basics. And this is probably more important than understanding codes and codes of Python. The hack that wasn't. First, let's clear up a misconception. This wasn't a sophisticated virus. This was part of a massive campaign targeting Snowflake databases, the same one that hit Ticketmaster. And the method that they use is called credential stuffing. Think of it like this. If you use the same lock for the gym as you do for your home, and you went to the gym and you left the key or the code to the lock on the floor, I'm going to go to your house and I'm going to be able to just walk right in. Now, you might be thinking, but Nelia, don't they have security? The fatal flaw here was that the account did not have multi-factor authentication enabled. We always imagine hackers typing green code on black screens, but real hacking is usually just finding an unlocked door. Without MFA, a password is just a welcome mat. If you had required a simple code from a phone, none of this would have happened. Now, don't be fooled because phones, like text messages or phone calls, can be intercepted and they can be hacked. The best way to use MFA is biometrics or an key. Those are the best things for you to use instead of just text message or a phone call. However, in this instance, even a text message or a phone call would have helped because that would have allowed the hackers to have another stop instead of just walking right in. In their actual site, you can see that there was an update on May 7th of 2025 where they are aware of the threat actors that reached out to multiple schools in attempt to extort them from the data that was previously reported, the 2024 incident that I was talking about. And they don't believe that this is a new incident because the sample data are the same ones from before. But you can see here that there was another potential breach in 2025, which I hope that they already obviously put in place some protection like MFA. But you can see here that they're communicating to their customers how badly they feel and how they navigated to resolve this cybersecurity incident, right? And then they tell you exactly what happened, that in 2024 the PowerSchool became aware of the incident involving unauthorized exfiltration of personal information for certain PowerSchool students' information environments through one of their community focused customer support portals, PowerSource. So you can see, yeah, they didn't experience any operational disruption during the time, but they definitely had a cybersecurity incident, right? And then they tell you what steps they're kind of taking in order to respond and what information was involved, which I also spoke about earlier: contact information, date of birth, medical alert information, SSN, very sensitive information that happened, and then the notifications that they did for the individuals, and CrowdStrike incident report. They engaged CrowdStrike, which is a cybersecurity leading expert. This is true. After the investigation, they submitted a final incident report, which you can go read over here as well. So I'll put this link in the description below as well. but you can see how important it is to have governance to make sure that you are training your people. This right here could have been prevented had someone not have the same password in two different places, one at work, one outside of work. And this doesn't even tell us if that person actually had escalated privileges. Because if they did, that would be even more. But I'm assuming you can go read exactly more in the incident from the report from CrowdStrike. But I just wanted to show you guys this stuff because this is very important, and it's important for you to understand what happened and why it happened and how you can prevent it so that when you are trying to break into cybersecurity, you can go with facts into your next role and explain why things are so important. So, how does this get you hired? In your next interview, what you need to do is not give textbook definition of what risk is and protection. Instead, use this example of the PowerSchool and that you understand that identity is the new perimeter because you can build a firewall all you want and place all of these protections in place. But if you don't have governance and people knowing what they're supposed to be doing, which again, they are your first line of protection, then you're not going to be able to actually stop a breach. So that's what you do at your next interview. That is how you use this. So if you want to continue to learn more about the human side of cybersecurity, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys on the next one.